the recording going. Perfect. Okay, welcome, welcome. By now, if you've been watching these videos live, chances are you know me, and if you're watching them on a replay, if you don't know me, my name is Meredith Bergerson, Platinum Leader with doTERRA, and we're specifically talking 5 ways that we can get paid with doTERRA in 5 days. Today is day 4, so tonight and tomorrow, we start talking about bonuses that doTERRA offers. Night 1, we talked about, do you need an income pipeline? And I hope everybody was able to believe that yes, you will need some income pipeline coming in for the rest of your life, and you might as well start the rest of your life now so that you can enjoy life and everything that's beautiful about it. Hey, Mom. And then night 2, we talked about wholesale memberships and how we get paid for the first 60 days with our fast start bonus. So it's a really nice way to have weekly paychecks coming in, literally fast money. Then night 3, last night, we talked about unilevel, which is the primary amount of money that you are paid on your team's downline forever and ever and ever. So that's literally your pipeline right there, turning on and starting to drip into your pocketbook. So tonight and tomorrow night are specifically on bonuses. They're an awesome opportunity that we have to earn additional money with doTERRA. However, they are not guaranteed to anybody. Bonus is not guaranteed. They require you to actually structure your team appropriately. They require you to probably work with somebody above you that enrolled you into doTERRA, or maybe a mentor that you're working with, or a leader on the team above you, so that you are able to properly set your team structure up so that you can take advantage of these bonuses. Nights 1, 2, and 3, we showed you different ways that you can earn income simply by people signing up with doTERRA or purchasing retail from you. And as long as you put your 100 PV LRP order in, you're going to get paid. Now, these last 2 nights require you to literally start thinking with a business mind about your business. And that's a good thing, because at this point, if you're interested in earning these additional bonuses, you should start thinking about this as a true business. And as a true opportunity to grow it as a business, so you can continue to grow and take advantage of higher income. Okay, so I hope that sounds exciting to you. I hope the idea of a monthly bonus sounds exciting to you. I know a lot of people, when they start up a network marketing company, they've come from corporate America, or they're still working a corporate job, or they're working an hourly paid job, and they might have some type of bonus available to them, but I never had it available monthly, and never had it available. It was usually always based upon how the company performed annually, was how the company was at that I was with. It was not based upon my personal performance or my team structure. So that is what I find really, really awesome about doTERRA, is that tonight's bonus is strictly on how your team is performing and your personal business mindedness of putting together your team structure, and you're going to earn yourself this bonus no matter what then. So let's dive in. Tonight's bonus is called the Power of 3, or PO3. You may have seen over and over, and you might kind of think you get it, but maybe not. So we're going to really fast cover the ins and outs of it. It literally is just what it says. It's power of 3. It's when you have 3 people that have been placed under you. So that means you can enroll them, or it means somebody above you could have enrolled them and placed them on your team under you. And each of them is placing a 100 PV LRP order. And you must have a team volume between yourself and those people of 600 OV. I'm going to draw this and show it to you, so don't worry. I hope you don't get lost here. But literally it's that. It's when 3 people are placing a 100 PV order underneath you. Now, 100 PV LRP. If you think about that, 3 is not a big number. And the power of just talking to one person, and you can see how just one person can make a difference. And if you talk to one person, and maybe that person talks to one person, and then they talk to one person, you can really see how this power of 3 can get really lucrative for you. So the very first level is a $50 bonus check. Now, I don't think anybody is going to get rich off of $50. However, it is the first stop in this bonus. So you might as well go for it right away. So here is what that looks like in order for you to earn your $50. Literally, you would have yourself and you would have 3 people under you who have placed a 100 PV LRP order. So I'm going to hold this up for the recording. So 100 PV. Now I'm going to just kind of add that little extra caveat that we talked about, that it has to be a total of 600 overall volume, OV, between all of these people. So here's your trick for making sure you have 600, is while it's only required to have 3 here, I personally try to tell people to have a floater. Have a 4th person on your front line, so that way you have 4 people here plus yourself. That gives you a little buffer. Some people are going to order $200. Some might order 100 even. Somebody might do 125, but that gives you a little buffer if you have a 4th person. Now, also another tip would be if these people asking or kind of instructing everyone to take advantage of doTERRA offers the POM every month, the product of the month. That's free with a 125 PV LRP order. So instead of ordering 100, if each of them does 125, you're at 125, 250, 375, and then 500. So you're almost there if everybody did 125. If everybody did 150, you're definitely there. And that's just with 3. So remember that 4th person would be a nice buffer to have. It's not required, but it would just be nice to have. So keep that in mind. 3 people, 100 PV or more, 600 total. Now that 600 is any kind of volume. It is required to have the 3 LRPs. So the other 600, to get to that 600, it could be somebody placed a retail order. It could be a standard wholesale order. It could be a brand new enrollment that you put on your front line there. This is called your front line, by the way, because it's directly underneath you. So that front line level. So it could be any number of variety of ways to get to that 600 OV. That's why it's important when you are literally looking at this as a business that you are in communication with the person who enrolled you or the leader above you constantly, so that you are getting help structuring your team and that you are making sure you can take advantage of every bonus available to you and help you earn the most money. So when you do that, you receive that $50 bonus. I'm actually going to get a red marker here to put 50. Maybe I don't have a red marker. I have a green marker, green for money. So when you do that, you have a $50 bonus. Yay. $50 is pretty awesome to start with. So I always tell people your first 2 goals with doTERRA, the second goal will be tomorrow night. We'll talk about that. But one of your first goals is right here, to start putting a few people across your front line so that you start earning this $50 power of 3, because you're going to feel really happy getting it because you placed your 100 PV order a month. This 50 is half of your order being paid back already. And if you're actively enrolling a couple other people, you're going to make that other $50 right back. So your full 100 PV is covered. Okay, 50 is okay, but what's better is $250, right? So you're just going to duplicate the same effort. These 3 people each need to have 3 under them. And so see, 3, 6, 9. So each of these 3 people have 3 under them. Each of these 3 have their 3. And those 3 each need to have, they're all going to have their 100 PV LRP orders. So just imagine that each of these are 100s. I'm going to just quick write that in. Sorry, guys, that I have literally like chicken scratch handwriting is what my handwriting looks like. So these are all 100 PV orders. Then each of these little pockets here, they each have to have their 600 OV requirement, just like up here. So this person's order is going to count towards your 600 OV, and it counts towards their team's 600 OV. So I hope that makes sense. So it's kind of getting to like kill 2 birds with 1 stone, but it's really, really nice. So if these are other people interested in the business, which they may or may not be, we'll talk about that tomorrow night. But if these are people interested in the business, it's really important that you talk to them to make sure that they're placing around the 125 to 150 PV LRP, so that way they don't miss their own personal $50 bonus check as well. So when this happens, when you have these three people each earning 50, you now earn $250. So that 50 of yours just went up significantly to $250. So 250 is a lot nicer than $50, right? So this is a great goal then to start stretching yourself for as soon as you earn that $50. And literally the best way to look at it, in my opinion, is that you are helping those next people earn their 50. And especially if they're committed to just ordering with doTERRA and wanting to get their products paid for, help them get that $50 themselves. Because it's just going to benefit you anyways. So you might as well, I just look at it like there's so many people that get to earn additional income because of getting to help them, and why not? It feels great to be generous with other people too. So it gets even better than 250. It does go up to 1,500. So 1,500, you guys, is literally mortgage payments for people. These are both car payments. These are student loan debt payoff. I mean, this is significant income at the 1,500 level. So what do you have to do to get to the 1,500? Pretty much what you just did here was you helped each of these guys get to 50. Now you help each of these guys get to 250 instead. So again, that's 3 more people coming off of each of these circles. And apparently I can't draw circles anymore, you guys. It's looking like really sad stick people. But you understand what I'm saying here. So then you helped 3 more, 3 more, 3 more. So these become a 250 spot. And when that happens, you now earn your 1,500. Now, I will look to put a link in this comments with this graphic drawn out really nice from doTERRA instead of my chicken scratch. But that 1,500 is where it's at. That's a huge income opportunity for everybody. Once you get to the 1,500, now guys, remember, this is monthly. So in my previous job, as I told you, I did not have an opportunity to earn a bonus check monthly, not even $50. So even 50 monthly would be great. Once you get to this $1,500 level, you can actually start this organization over again on your front line. So these 3 people are hanging out on your front line. Remember, I told you maybe have a 4th person there as a buffer. Well, now you can start putting people under line 4. You can start a 5th person and a 6th person on your team and do this all over again. So you would have your 1,500 here, and then you'd have it duplicated and have 1,500 down the side next to it. So you can earn multiple $1,500 paychecks each month just in this bonus category. So you can have your retail sales. If you have some, you can get paid that way. You can have your fast starts from any wholesale membership enrollments. You will get your unilevel, which is your team percentages on your entire team. You do get this power of 3 monthly. And then tomorrow night, we're going to talk about a leadership bonus check that you can start making at the silver level and above leadership level. Actually, I take that back. We just had a brand new premier and above bonus kick in. So we will talk about that tomorrow night. So literally 5 ways to get paid. This power of 3 is super awesome. It's super lucrative. I do want to tell you 2 last things about it. Is number 1, it does require babysitting. So this will not happen organically on its own, especially at the $1,500 level. And it will not happen without you watching it and being intentional about where you place people. So that requires babysitting. And if your personality is not the type of person to say, I can't babysit that, I don't have time, I didn't get involved with doTERRA to be spending this much time on it, then that is absolutely okay. But then expect for it to be a long time before you reach the $250 and $1,500 power of 3 bonus, because it requires you being intentional and placing people intentionally monthly to get to this bonus level. My second tip on this is that while it is so lucrative and so fantastic for doTERRA to pay us this much money. It is, it can become something that you just keep chasing and chasing and chasing and forget about enjoying the fact that you're working for yourself and building this fantastic business. And you forget that you can also be building for rank at the same time, which tomorrow night we'll talk about rank. And rank will actually earn you some bigger bonus checks. It's just harder to sometimes envision that when you see this $1,500 on the line. So that's my little tip for you, is that make sure you're able to babysit it if you're going for it. And number two, enjoy the process. And don't just let this own you as the process, because there's so much more to doTERRA than just your power of 3 paycheck. So if we constantly are only watching this, we're not actually going to enjoy our business, and we're not actually going to have fun with it, and we're not going to be building for rank in the next level because we're just trapped in chasing this elusive 1,500. So that's my little tip, is that it's great and it will happen if you keep strategically placing people. It will happen for you. But I don't want you to just focus on this. I want you to be dual-minded and be looking at this and watching your team from a rank perspective. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow night, because if you only focus on this and you're constantly placing people to get this 600 OV in, keep dropping a brand new person here, another person, you're going to be building these people with 20 people across their front line instead of the 3 or 4 that they need. And it really lowers your unilevel that we talked about last night, because you'll have like 20 people across this front line that you're maybe earning 4% on, and this person's earning 2% on. When if you were strategically placing them deeper, you're going to earn yourself a larger unilevel check. So is the person that you're placing them under, which will encourage them to keep building themselves. And you'll be helping so many other people along the way, which gets other people excited as well. So just my little, tip, that this is great and I want everyone to get here. But when you get here, don't just stop. Keep thinking about your rank and what's the next goal, so that you can build towards that next goal. So that way you're enjoying the process. So I hope you guys had a great night. Tomorrow we're going to talk about rank. I'll see, maybe we'll do this 4:30 time tomorrow night as well, since it is a Friday night, and I'm sure some of you guys would like to get on with your weekend. But tomorrow we're going to talk about rank and bonuses at the leadership level of Premier and above. So have a great night. Talk to you guys soon.